the best possible scenario is to have the line around the block. But what it meant was, oh my gosh, we're gonna run out of ice cream.
Here at Prohibition Creamery, you are serving ice cream with attitude.
Yes, boozy ice cream.
You pair ice cream and booze. Why'd you want to do that?
It's kind of a crazy story. I knew I wanted to open an ice cream shop. I knew I wanted to be a little more adult-centric, somewhere I would want to hang out, spend time with my friends. And my husband asked me to make him a bourbon ice cream. Okay, sure, whatever. I can make anything. I had no expectations, and it was so good. And it was that little funny aha moment. I'm like looking at our home bar cart, I'm thinking, what else could go in ice cream? Bailey's, Frangelico, Amaretto, Limoncello, like everything could go in ice cream.
You were like a scientist, like a chemist really, back there mixing things up. So you paired two things that people love. Did you find that they continued to love them once they were together, once it was beyond just your group of friends?
Yes, and I was so worried. I was like, am I the only one that thinks this is my two favorite things and the most amazing combination? But we opened to really wonderful reception from everyone in Austin.
Which sounds great, but I imagine as a totally new venture also comes with some challenges.
Yes.
What did that feel like?
It was the best possible problem, but at the time you're just so overwhelmed and you've given everything just to open the door on day one. And the best possible scenario is to have the line around the block. But what it meant was, oh my gosh, we're gonna run out of ice cream. Because we make everything from scratch and all the toppings from scratch. It's a multi-day process. So we're like, we gotta get in the kitchen 24/7. I need to figure out how to triple my batches and keep up.
You're one of the first people in the world to pair these things together. So how have you navigated a path that doesn't have a lot of people before you?
Yes, it was one of the biggest challenges with opening. I mean, there's so many things to learning curves when you're opening a retail space, but then there weren't a lot of businesses to model after. It's like, okay, we're an ice cream shop, we're a bar, we're both, so I can't really look exactly to anyone for anything. And so we just had to figure it out.
Yeah, which I'm sure is exciting because you get to write your own playbook.
Yes.
Is there any rule or guideline that really sticks out to you now that's advice you would give someone else following your footsteps?
Wow, stick with your vision. I had so much advice on what we should have or shouldn't be, and you can't be everything. So just do one or two things really well and something you love. And so I'm really passionate about ice cream and booze.
She loves her alcohol. That makes great sense though.
Stick your passion and what you're good at and what you love, and the ideas will come, people will come.
So you graduated with a degree in computer science.
Yes.
So what does that look like when you pivot into the confectionery world?
Yes, I know it's not a natural progression to go from programming into opening an ice cream shop. But I think the fact that my love for like science and technology and math made me really fascinated about ice cream and the technology behind freezing, and then adding in the alcohol is a whole other level. And I actually went back to school. Penn State University has a 120-year-old ice cream program.
You're telling me there's an ice cream college?
Yeah.
You can go study ice cream?
It's a dream.
And you did it.
Yes.
What does it look like?
It's amazing. Learning about ice cream, learning about freezing techniques and dairy and non-dairy and all these things.
And then you traveled the world tasting ice cream.
Yes.
How did that inform what you do?
That was a tough job.
I hope
it was a great excuse to travel the world and taste ice cream. It was fun, and everyone's doing something so different.
That time in your life where you were making the decision to switch careers, what did it look like, right? Because on the other side of it, it's easy to be like, look, I'm a wild success.
Yes.
But there are those days and weeks that are so scary.
It's very scary.
How do you remember it when you look back on it from now?
It's scary when you're in the position of like, oh, I have this great job and this great career, but I really just want to try something different. And while I have the energy to give it a shot, and you have to really be committed.
What were some of the things that you relied on during that time?
Going to Penn State was kind of step one to make sure I really wanted to do it. But I came out of it being more excited than ever and having a friend support group of people in the industry. And some were mom and pop shop people, and some were maybe working at some of the big ice cream brands that we all love at the grocery store. And so I had this kind of support group of people to ask weird questions about, like, what do you use to bake your waffle cones? What's your favorite little cone iron? Or what's your favorite milk milkshake mixer? Weird questions that like conversations that no one else
You're
has.
living like real life Candyland.
Yes.
That is a dream come true.
Yeah.
What is it that you're doing here? What sets you apart?
Besides having the booze, of course, the fact that we do everything from scratch, which is really rare. Most people start with a mix of like a vanilla base and they add their strawberry or their chocolate or their peanut butter. So our flavors get to be really creative because I'm not starting with the base, I'm not starting with the formula. I get to play with different sugars and all kinds of honey. Not limited.
Yes, you just get to jump in the kitchen and play.
Yeah.
Fabulous. Okay, well, I feel like we can't sit in here and not see some of these flavors come to life. So let's get in the kitchen and maybe mix a few things up, shall we?
Let's do it.
Okay.